1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
Hello and welcome to our special discussion, Doctors of Death. I'm Jahangir Pocha. Over the last few days, 60 people have died unnecessarily in Indian hospitals. Why? Because the doctors that are supposed to have cared for them, supposed to have treated them, went on strike. Many would say it's not ethical for doctors to go on strike. It's against the Medical Council of India's rules. It's against the doctors' own Hippocratic oath. And yet the doctors have some compelling arguments of their own. So should doctors be able to strike? Should that be an adjustment to what we like to call the Indian condition? With me to discuss this are three very eminent guests, and we'll be shortly joined by a fourth. To my right, we have Dr. Sriram Khanna, Managing Trustee of Consumer Voice. To his left and further away from me, we have Dr. Pratap Dutt, a man who will be in the spotlight today. He is the Secretary of the Safdarjung Hospitals Residents Association. The Safdarjung Hospital, of course, is one of the hospitals where doctors are on strike. From Patna via satellite, Dr. Ajay Kumar, a former president of the Indian Medical Association. And joining us very shortly, Mr. Bejon Mishra, founder of the Healthy Foundation. Let me start with you, Dr. Datta. By almost every standard, for doctors to strike is unethical and perhaps illegal.
Yeah, but what does a man do? I am a doctor, but before that, I am a human living being. What does one do when one is pushed against a wall? People are talking about Hippocrates oath, which we take. Are we the only persons taking this oath?
Why don't you explain to the viewer why you went on strike?
Well, there has been a lot of incidents in which a doctor has been physically assaulted without any fault of his own. If there is a negligence, that's a different issue altogether. But most of the times, this is aggrieved relatives. But as a doctor, I am always trying to do my best for the patients. No doctor wants to kill his patient, no matter wherever he is, whosoever he is. But when a patient dies after a doctor is trying his best, and the patient's relatives are aggrieved, and they destroy they ransack the hospital, they're physically injured. What does one do? One looks up
Dr.
to...
Khanna, the Minister of State for Health and Family, Dinesh Trivedi, has made an interesting statement. He said that the licenses of such doctors should be cancelled. They should be debarred. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with him, but what he's saying is another story. He's saying that family of the aggrieved comes and ransacks because why? Either they have a belief that he has been negligent or he has failed to do something that should have been done. Now, when a patient's family is aggrieved, who do they complain to? Today, there are two ways of dealing with that. And that is only in cases of negligence, the police when there is criminal negligence, or consumer courts.
Yeah, but that's matter still rests. Dr. Ajay Kumar, I want to ask you this. Patients may have their issues. Patients may have anger. Our medical system is far from perfect. But does that allow a doctor to go on strike and stops treating even the most critical patients to the point where they die? Does that justify one doctor being beaten up by one angry patient? Does it justify hospitals going on strike en masse, resulting in the death of 60 innocent people who had nothing to do with the initial assault?
Jahangir, let me first correct you. These 60 people died in so many days. You must take the figures of other days also, whether the patients are dying in such hospitals or not, and how many patients have died. And after subtracting from those average figures, then you should talk. Otherwise, there is no need to make it sensational.
Dr.
That is
Kumar,
number one.
even if
Number
one
two,
person dies, even if one innocent person dies, the larger question here is,
well,
does that justify a
that
strike?
That is a problem. That is a problem. Let me first finish. And then I am telling you the doctors, what to talk of doctors? Nobody should go on a strike. Nobody should strike the work. But the question here is, if the doctor is threatened at the place of work, that is, and you people say that doctors are God, even in the God's places, temples, mosques, They are all protected by the security people. Why the doctors cannot be protected by the security people in their own place of work? If these netas are having all these black, white, red, green, all sorts of commandos, why the doctors are not going to have this security in the place of
Dr.
work?
Datta,
Netas are also supposed to.
okay.
Netas are also
I don't know
supposed
if we can have commandos for every doctor in a government hospital. I get the point that doctors do not have comfortable working environments, but you know this when you go into the job. The question still remains, if someone were to assault me or assault one of our journalists, as does happen sadly in this country, there is a process. You can file a complaint. You can take this issue up at a criminal level with the police. How does it justify going on? This is a collective punishment of all patients. Isn't that so?
I would like to take that. What happened, I would like to just summarize the incident, and I would like to place the question back to you. The incident occurred. In fact, one incident cannot push a doctor to go on strike. It's a serious number of incidents, and after that, when protests have been made, talks have been done, and nothing fully have been concrete have come out. Then only this last resort of strike comes over. What happened that day is that when we were already on the talks, after agitations were done regarding beating of one resident doctors for the past 1.5 months, nothing was being done. Then suddenly in the middle of the night, 3 lady doctors are heckled. Imagine the capital city of Delhi. It's a shameful act. No civilized society can allow this. That at least in the capital city of our country, a lady doctor is heckled performing her duties in the middle of the night, and then they call up dial 100. 50 times, as has been recorded, 50 times they called up the PCR van, which was stationed just outside the Safdarjung hospital. They were sleeping. What were they doing? They did not pick up their phone. After that, they called the internal security. They also did not respond. What does one do for 1.5 hours?
Isn't there a point in this that while consumers can complain, they also have to explain why this anger towards doctors?
Listen. When a citizen has a problem and he wants to call the police, the same thing happens to him. He's calling the police. When he needs him, the police is not here. No, he can't go around saying that I'm going to kill people because the police didn't call. Come up. You're living in an environment, you must know what it is. But the issue here is, you consciously do something that is directly related to the death of people, you are liable. You cannot absolve yourself of doing something that resulted in the death of an innocent person. And when a doctor goes on strike, he must understand. It's not like a trade union going on strike. It's about life and death.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, there's a point there that, you know, when we say that doctors are gods, in this case, the doctors seem to be handing out death instead of life.
Surely in the last few days,
Can you hear me, Dr. Kumar?
60 deaths have taken place as a result of this callous attitude of unionized doctors.
Okay, the point I was making is, you said doctors are God, but in this case they seem to be handing out death instead of life.
Hello?
Okay, we seem to have lost the link with Doctor. Let me ask you that, Dr. Datta.
I would like to take this question in a different manner. Is that I know no doctor wants to go to strike. Because we are not...
No, but let's step away from the rhetoric. I'm asking a very specific question. If even one patient has died because of a strike...
A strike can be performed in various other options. Like when Safdarjung RDA went on strike, the senior doctors also supported us. Unlike in Jaipur and Jodhpur, the paramedics also joined the strike. Here, we did not have any death case due to strike because the critical services, you cannot stop the critical services.
This is what you're saying.
This is a civilized way of taking a strike and putting the point across.
What he's saying is, in the Safdarjung hospital strike, there was no death. We need to verify that.
Yes,
but there were 60 deaths in Rajasthan.
Yes, Dr. Kumar, we are back. Happy to have you back with us. Go ahead.
Yes, Jahangir, I would like to say one thing. Have you ever gone into the genesis of these strikes? Have the doctors gone on a strike recently, whether it is Jaipur or whether it is Delhi or whether any other place? Recently in Patna also there was a strike. It is always due to assaults, not that doctors want to have the raise in their salaries, they want a more comfortable life and all that. It is, they just want security. Can't the government even provide the security also to doctors?
Actually,
are the doctors not
actually
human
that's not so.
Do we not have the human right?
That's not so, Dr. Kumar. Let me answer that question.
I want to give you a solution.
Okay.
Let me give you a solution.
Okay.
In Andhra Pradesh, there were strikes like this very frequently because of the assault on doctors. 3 years back, the government brought a regulation in which anybody assaults the doctor and damages the property in the hospital, whether private or the government, they are liable from 6 months to 5 years punishment, and also they have to pay double the cost of whatever they have damaged in the hospital and all. And you go back into the data of Andhra Pradesh, no strikes. Same rules came in Maharashtra, no strikes now. Same rules in Kerala, no strikes now. Same rules in Tamil Nadu, no strikes now. Why can't they have the same regulation in Delhi? Same regulation in Rajasthan.
Okay,
Same
I get your
regulation in
point. I
Bihar,
get your point.
where,
I get your point,
strikes are-
Dr. Kumar. But let me just make one correction to what you said. You said doctors are not going on strike for salaries. April 18th, 2010, government doctors went on indefinite strike in Orissa because of promotions. November 17, 2009, in Andhra Pradesh, the state you mentioned, they went on strike for more stipend money. November 10th, 2009, 500 doctors went on strike because of stipends in another state. The point, while your point is valid, it is also true that doctors are going on strike for more salaries, for more promotions. Dr. Datta, the point I'm coming to here is, aren't you throwing the baby out with the bathwater? The doctor is meant to be perhaps the most trusted person in society. You carry a very heavy load on your shoulders, and to be honest, society gives you a lot of respect, by and large. Apart from those few times people are beaten up, a doctor is pretty much revered. The word God was used by people. And by doing these things, by going on strike in the manner that people have gone on strike in Jodhpur, you are fraying the dignity of your profession, aren't you?
Well, doctors are treated that they are next to God, they are the cream of the society. I could have gone and taken an MBA, and I could have gone to IIT and made money, but it is not for money making which I joined.
But there
which
you
I
would have
joined the
not caused
institution.
death by going on strike.
Sorry, don't interrupt me. Let me put my point across. It's not about money for which I'm working in Safdarjung. It's for the love of my job. I love healing patients. We don't have the basic infrastructure out there in spite of the central government funding there. Why is this callousness? People are sitting in plush. He told that they have the red, green, Zen, the security and the money and everything. Whereas the common people are voting them to that, and they are wasting their money. They could have given back something to the common people. You spend $250,000 to spruce up the beauty of a city, whereas there is lacking of security in the major hospitals here. How do you utilize this money? Who decides it?
Dr. Kumar, the thing that I wonder about is, when it's easy to justify everything by your conditions, it is easy to justify the wrongs that doctors carry on their shoulders. But what remains, the question I'm sort of still curious about is, while you make this vociferous defense of doctors, and I ask you the same thing, Dr. Datta, have you even for 10 minutes sat back and just... Let me finish my question this time. Let me finish my question this time. My question is very simple, Dr. Kumar. Have you even for 5 minutes bothered to introspect on those 60 families that have lost people? While you make this elegant argument on policy and rights, have you even spent 10 minutes? I'm asking you to honestly tell me. Have you spent 10 minutes thinking about those families?
Regarding this present situation, we have. And we have, so that is the reason we did not go on strike in the early morning. In spite of the incident occurring at 2 a.m. We could have gone on strike in Safdarjung early in the morning. We waited till 12 noon after the OPD hours were done. And we did not cripple the ICU or the emergency services. The senior doctors were contingency plan was started. After that, we went on strike. We hope by evening when the Honorable Minister of State, Mr. Trivedi ji, came over, that it will be resolved. After that, when still that wasn't resolved early in the morning, since the emergency services were on, the things were badly hit because the patients who could be discharged were not being treated. We put up parallel OPD services.
Okay, I take the point. It's time for a quick break. When we're back, we'll go to Dr. Ajay Kumar, who will answer the same question. Do doctors that cause the death of innocent patients even introspect upon it while they make their own demands? We'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back to our special discussion, Doctors of Death. We're talking about more than 60 people who've died in hospitals from Delhi to Jodhpur just because doctors have gone on strike. Before we left, I was speaking to Dr. Ajay Kumar. Ajay Kumar, you were making some very vociferous points in defense of the doctors. I had a simple question to you. In making all those defenses, have you spared even 10 minutes to think about the families who've lost loved ones?
Let me tell you something. We have been thinking about the families all our lives since we started our medical profession. And that's why I am here and you are interviewing me. And our doctors and our profession always thinks and introspects. It's not that we do not. And let me tell you, after saying all this, if there is a strike under the circumstances in which there was in Rajasthan and Delhi, I mean, I justify it. But whatever you said earlier about the salaries and all, if those strikes are there, I am not in favor of such a strike.
Okay.
But this
we've just been joined also by Dr.
Question of security.
I got your point.
Question
We've
of
just been
security.
joined by Bijon Mishra. I want to go to him. He's a consumer rights advocate. You've heard the good doctor. He's defended the strike. He's also said that his heart bleeds for the fact that it has to happen this way. Are you impressed, or would you like to see these doctors criminally prosecuted?
Well, you know, the words don't convince me. It has to be shown by action. If the doctors really felt that they're concerned about the patients, they would wear a black badge, they'll go and do their work. Because if they show in action that they believe in patients' rights and patients' welfare, they won't neglect not attending to them.
Would you be for actual criminal complaint filed against the doctors, the MCI?
Well, I think the severest kind of penalties should be imposed if they don't understand that how serious this business is.
Should they be debarred, Dr. Khanna?
See, those who are doing these things as a result of which people are dying, they should be delicensed from practice because they don't deserve to be in that profession.
Okay, let's take one
And
step
also
back.
sent to jail, both.
Let's take one step back. It's easy to point to the Hippocratic Oath. It is easy to point to laws and rules in books. But conditions in India for everything are tough. Should it be then, Dr. Datta, that doctors should be allowed to strike, but under very stringent conditions that protect at least the most critical patients?
No,
That protect, let the doctor answer that. Would you be in favor of saying, look, just legalize striking because that's something that we need in India because our situation is also rather tough. But let us not allow the most critical patients to pay the price for it.
Exactly so. It's a very good, valid point. It was this was taken up by our RDM meeting, and we organized it in a way so that the critical services are not hampered in Safdarjung. We went to the extent that the OPD services were not hampered. So if this can be legalized and properly implemented, I think there is a voice of protest can be put in a more civilized way in which there is no loss of life, whereas you can also put a very strong point across. This is a very valid point. I would also like to ask the advocate, if a person, a judge and the lawyers are attacked in the courtroom, would he be able to discharge his duties? If not, why? And what would he do? Would he wear a black badge and then go to the courtroom? If he is again and again hit, would the court function? If a professor and his students are attacked in the college, would the college function? If not, so why you're expecting a hospital to function in that way?
Dr. Kumar, let me ask you one question. You alluded earlier to these conditions and you were complaining about the government's funding and management of healthcare. I mean, this is a fact. We spend a ridiculously small amount of money on healthcare. We seem to spend far more on defense, and we seem far more interested in protecting our citizens against a foreign bullet than in protecting them against a foreign virus. Isn't this something that the IMA needs to take up? How much work are doctors associations doing, consumer associations doing, on pressurizing the government to sort out the basic problem, which is you need better governance and more funding of healthcare in India? Okay, we seem to have lost Dr. Kumar there, but why don't you answer that, Dr. Datta? You alluded to the same points.
Yes, there's a serious lack of infrastructure in place, and the doctors are the forefront of the healthcare system, so they have to bear the brunt, whether it's the doctors are negligent or not. If there is any lacking in the healthcare system, it's the doctor who is hit. The patients...
The doctor's the front face of the healthcare system.
Yes.
And he pays the price for that?
Yes.
He also gets the glory for that.
He pays the price very dearly for that, which is not expected. And I think we are a country which is growing, which is growing at a pretty fast rate. The economy is reviving. We can easily organize it out. But I don't think so that things are taken in a very positive step towards healthcare.
No. Doc, there are best practices all over the world The root cause is that people don't follow the processes in terms of delivery system. The doctors are not made accountable in terms of ensuring that they build a relationship with the patient rather than get bashed up. What is the root cause? The root cause is indifference attitude towards the patients.
You mean to say that the doctors are indifferent all the time, so they are getting bashed up?
Well,
I disagree. I disagree.
The studies have revealed it's not you. It is not you saying it. It is the studies which are revealing that in our country,
I would like to ask Africa which study of which study
World
is
Bank,
reporting.
several studies. You just go and do a Google search, you will see World Bank studies showing very clearly the delivery system in India in the healthcare business is most unaccountable and most non-transparent.
I think one of the points
the delivery
Dr. Khanna was
system is
making
unaccountable.
earlier.
It's not only the doctors who's
No,
part of the
this is
delivery
true,
system.
but Dr. Khanna made a very interesting point, and you can please make it again here, which is that the system is structured against doctors who commit malpractice, who make mistakes, but the system does not protect patients against doctors who don't just do their job, acts of omission.
Actually, the system protects doctors who are negligent, who have acts of commission, who have malpractice. Doctors are having cuts with the laboratories, with the patients they refer. All sorts of unethical practices are going on, but there's no way to actually catch them and punish them. For example, if a patient is going to a consumer court, 9 out of 10 cases are being lost because no one doctor is going to give evidence against another.
Dr. Datta, last year, the Medical Council of India received 1,992 complaints against doctors. 31 doctors were prosecuted or had some action taken against them. The ridiculously small size of this number basically means not that there are no problems, but that people don't have the faith in the system to take those problems forward.
Absolutely, not only that. You know, the processes and the systems which are in place are not being followed and adhered to. The issue is the Safdarjung Hospital, for example. What is that process Safdarjung Hospital is adopting which is pro-patient? Let's understand that. What are those processes which are in place which looks after healthcare business driven with a patient focus? I don't see anything
If there
happening
is a
like this.
malpractice by a doctor in a hospital, and if I complain, that complaint is not going to have a fair hearing, and therefore